Hey friends and family, and welcome to the Morgan Experiment. My name is Morgan. I'm going to be doing part 2 of my New York City series. Today I'm going to be giving you a detailed tour of my one-bedroom Harlem apartment. I do rent here in Harlem, which is in Upper Manhattan. I pay $21.50 a month including heat. All other utilities are extra. It's a lot of money, but it's living in New York City. So be prepared for a lot of weird angles and tight spaces because while this is a good-sized apartment for one person, it's still exceptionally tight. So right now I'm standing in front of my front door, my entryway, and you are looking into my foyer. There's just this long, narrow hallway. That's the front doorway there, and as you can see, there is a narrow hallway and there are 2 storage closets. So as you move into the apartment, we come to the foyer area, and I have turned this into my walk-through closet. And when we get to the bedroom, I'll show you the closet there, and you'll see why I just moved everything to a different room. Over to the left, you see the mirrored doors of my IKEA Pax wardrobes, where I keep my clothing, and then over to the right, I just have a bench to sit down. I have some shoes out there. It's where I keep my purse. Also, this shelf, where I keep all of my accessories, most of which I don't wear, but they do give me joy, so don't call Marie Kondo on me. But this is where I get ready every day. Off to the right is my L-shaped kitchen. Before I watched hundreds of New York City apartment tours, I thought that I had very little counter space, especially since my apartment didn't come with any counters. I had to buy them myself. I had to do some DIYs to make it fit perfectly, and even now it's not perfect. You can see it's a little askew. But I'm so thankful to have any counter space at all because I've seen so many apartments that have nothing. They just have a sink and a stove, and sometimes not even that. Moving into the kitchen, you'll see I have a full-size stove and refrigerator. What's nice about most New York City apartments is that you get high ceilings. I have 9.5-foot ceilings, which make my relatively small space feel much larger. The pièce de résistance, of course, is the bathroom, which is so tiny that I have to stand across the hallway to try and get the whole thing in frame. So just enough room for a toilet and a sink and a full-sized, very deep tub. So while it is not a clawfoot tub, I'm thankful that it is as deep as a clawfoot tub. Lots of hair care products. Your girl's got some dry hair. Woo! We'll talk about that in another video. And then we move into the bedroom. So I have a fairly good-sized queen bedroom. There's enough for me to fit a queen bed, a desk, a wardrobe, a storage wardrobe, and 2 cats. In another video, I'm going to talk about where I got all of my things, especially since most of my things are secondhand. I have this wardrobe, which is actually an entertainment center from Pier 1 that I use as a linen closet. One of the things I love to do in all of my apartments is to put up these peel and stick stained glass stickers. This particular window looks into a neighbor's bedroom, and I do not need to see what they're doing in there, and they certainly don't need to see what I'm doing. So this is a nice option to give me privacy, but it's also beautiful. This is my no man's land closet here in the bedroom. As you can see, the bar does not go across the width of the closet, it goes across the depth of the closet because it's so shallow. And so it can hang up like three articles of clothing on each side, and that's it. I was so annoyed by the whole thing, especially with the prices that I pay to live here, that I just went ahead and moved everything out. Before we go into the living room, I would like to say that I do understand that there is a difference between something that is a feast for the senses and an assault on the senses. You need to let me know what you think about this living room and which category it falls into. This room actually is 3 things in one. It is my dining room, which you are seeing right now, my office over here in the corner, and a living room over on this side. start with the living room. So I just have a nice big comfortable chair and a huge sofa that fits 3 to 4 people. Over here is the office. I like that I can close up this cabinet and everything is completely hidden. But then I can open it up very quickly and there's my desktop and a nice working space. In this corner is my dining table. Very small. I really wanted something that had an interesting top to it, and I actually had to cobble this together from a couple different pieces. I also had to DIY these chairs to get them the way that I wanted, but I like the set. It's a very small set, but it's a very small room, and it meets my needs of being interesting to look at and also fairly minimal in design. Now, because it's backlit, you can't see these plants very well, but this is just a really nice option to hang up your plants. You just put up a curtain rod and then hang up all of the plants that you want. Because one of my favorite things in this apartment is the oxalis. They're also called butterfly plants. I have the purple and I have the green. They are ridiculously easy to take care of. And here is my extra large mirror. I heard someone say once that you need to have a mirror by your dining room table to reflect and increase the abundance. And since I needed something on this wall, I thought that would be the perfect thing, but I did not like the stark edges of the rectangular mirror. At the same time I was trying to figure that out, I was also trying to think of a way to print out some of the online photos that I never look at and display them so that I can see them more often, because honestly, I put them online, I upload them, and I never think about them again, which is too bad. So I printed out my favorites and I decided to put them around the frame just to give it a more organic feel. And what I like most about this is that I can always add to it. So that is my short but detailed apartment tour. I am going to be doing a video about how I furnished it, where I got things from, and the DIYs that I have done. I will also do other videos about New York City and what it's like to live here, how to get an apartment, etc., etc. Please let me know your questions, and I hope to see you soon.